All right, let's dive into one of the most important and, frankly, most complex technology races happening right now. We're talking about a global sprint where the stakes are so high, the winner could literally redefine our future.
You know, you can forget about self-driving cars or trips to Mars for just a second. The real race, the one happening just under the surface, is the one to build a true quantum computer. And the world's biggest tech giants and some brilliant startups are all sprinting towards the exact same finish line.
And the prize for winning this thing? It's not just about market share or bragging rights. We're talking about a machine with the power to solve problems that are currently impossible for even the world's most powerful supercomputers. So, what exactly is quantum computing?
At its heart, that's the goal right there. This isn't just about building a faster computer, it's a completely different way of computing. It's about harnessing the strange, mind-bending rules of quantum physics to tackle massive challenges in medicine, climate science, finance, you name it.
Okay, and here's where it gets really fascinating. Not everyone is building their machine the same way. The best way to think about it is like a Grand Prix, where each team has designed a totally different kind of race car, betting on their unique engine to win the whole thing.
So the most popular design you'll see on the track uses what are called superconducting circuits. Its key advantage is just raw speed. Its gate speeds are incredibly fast, kind of like the RPM of a high-performance engine. Plus, and this is a big plus, we're already pretty good at manufacturing the parts. It's no surprise that tech giants like Google and IBM are all in on this approach.
But then you've got this other design, the precision engine. This approach uses individual atoms or ions that are literally trapped by lasers. Now, what they might give up in raw speed, they make up for with incredible accuracy, what the experts call fidelity. This just means their calculations are extremely clean and way less prone to errors. A lot of people also think this design might be easier to scale up in the long run.
So it all boils down to this one crucial trade-off: speed versus fidelity. Do you bet on the raw, blistering speed of superconducting qubits, even if they're a little messy and error-prone? Or do you go with the slow and steady precision of trapped ions, hoping that accuracy is what ultimately wins the race? This one choice basically defines each company's entire strategy.
Okay, so with those different race cars in mind, let's take a look at the actual teams in this race, the drivers, and see what their game plans are for crossing that finish line first.
Google is absolutely playing the long game here. They are not looking for a quick win. Their whole strategy is laser-focused on one super ambitious goal for 2029, building a fault-tolerant quantum computer. That means a machine that's so stable and so good at correcting its own errors that its calculations are nearly perfect. For them, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
And this quote from their CEO, Sundar Pichai, just nails their vision. He frames the goal not just as some technical achievement, but as a tool to solve humanity's biggest problems, like climate change. They're truly aiming for a world-changing machine.
Now, Microsoft, they're taking a different path, a much higher risk path, actually. They're betting the farm on a theoretical type of qubit called a topological qubit. Now, this thing is incredibly difficult to build, but if they pull it off, it could be naturally protected from errors, a potential leapfrog over everybody else. It's a total all-or-nothing bet on perfection.
Just like their CEO Satya Nadella says here, this isn't about just an incremental improvement for them. Microsoft sees this as a fundamental shift in science itself. Their whole strategy is aimed squarely at causing a complete paradigm change.
And then you have D-Rave, and these guys are running a completely different race altogether. While everyone else is building for some distant future, D-Wave is focused on providing value today. They've built a specialized machine called a quantum annealer, and it's already being used by clients like MasterCard to solve really complex optimization problems.
Their CEO, Dr. Alan Baratz, just puts it out there, plain and simple. Their game plan isn't about some far-off promise. It's about practical applications that are delivering real commercial value right now. They're all about winning today's sprints.
So, with all these wildly different strategies, you've got to ask the big question: when is any of this actually going to happen? When is the finish line? This timeline really puts the race into perspective. See, the finish line isn't just one single date. You've got IonQ targeting what they call broad quantum advantage as early as 2025. Then, Pascal is aiming for 10,000 qubits by 2026. And then you have the really long-term goals, like Google's in 2029 and Quantinuum's by 2030. It's pretty clear the next 5 years are going to be absolutely critical.
What I find really interesting here is how this chart lays out all these different finish lines side by side. Look at the contrast. D-Wave is listed as ongoing, because their whole focus is on value today. Then you have IBM targeting a quantum supercomputer by 2025, while players like Google and Quantinuum are aiming for those truly fault-tolerant machines way closer to 2030. It just goes to show, everyone has their own definition of what victory even looks like.
But of course, this race isn't some simple sprint on a nice smooth track. Oh no, the path forward is absolutely filled with monumental technical hurdles that every single one of these companies, no matter what their strategy is, has to overcome.
These are the big four. First up, errors. Qubits are just ridiculously fragile. The slightest little disturbance, a tiny change in temperature, a stray vibration, can make them lose all their precious information. That's a little thing called decoherence. Second is scalability. I mean, going from hundreds of qubits to millions, that is a monster of an engineering challenge. Third, you've got to have the software and the algorithms to actually do something useful with the hardware. And finally, these new machines have to play nice with the classical computers we already have. Look, solving any one of these is hard. Solving all four, that's the grand challenge.
So when you step back and look at all the different strategies and all the huge challenges, a really fascinating possibility starts to emerge. This might not be a race with just one winner. It might actually be a race with two very different kinds of victory.
These two ideas perfectly capture the competing philosophies. On one side, you've got the value today approach. This is all about getting practical results right now with the tech we have. On the other side, you've got transformation tomorrow. That's the patient, long-term bet on building a truly revolutionary, fault-tolerant machine that could deliver a much, much bigger payoff, but way further down the road.
So look, there's really no doubt about it. A quantum revolution is on its way. The only real question left is, which version of that revolution is going to get here first? Will it be the steady, practical evolution of getting value today? Or will it be the dramatic, disruptive arrival of a machine that transforms everything tomorrow? That's the question right at the very heart of the quantum race.